I request that everybody in this room gives me a pen to hear and thinks about things I say. And the topic is ethnic conflict, and me personally, as a delegate of Bosnia, have experienced ethnic conflict personally, and I would like to give a history behind ethnic conflict in Bosnia as a starter. Bosnia is a dividing line between Catholicism and Eastern Orthodox Christianity in Europe. It's the border. And also, Bosnia is the country here with the largest number of Muslims. So, a lot of historians call Bosnia as the European Jerusalem. But it's a very sad history indeed, because Bosnia has fought numerous wars, and all of them were for the same reason, because of those three religions that are agreeing with each other. In the recent war, in 1992, the United Nations has done, technically speaking, nothing to prevent the casualties from all three sides. The casualty toll, according to the stories, goes from 120,000 to 250,000. The term ethnic cleansing was also invented here, where 2 million refugees were taken out of their homes. My resolution is to follow the examples of very well-developed multi-ethnic countries such as Switzerland, which has French people of Swiss descent, Italian, German, and Swiss people living in there, with cantons, which is regions with where one ethnic majority controls the regional government. But however, there's one government that controls all the regions. That would somewhat stabilize the minority, which usually is left out. It's very important that we do this right now, because as we all sit here, just try to debate this, all over the world, whether it's your neighboring country or if it's far away, human beings are killing each other. And we must all agree that this is for no cause, because there's no need for violence. Now, another really good...
Are there any questions for the delegate? The United States to appoint your rights. Yes, of course.
What specifically would you like to be like down the road?
My approach here is to sanction countries that openly invade other countries. This has worked with Serbia when they invaded Croatia in 1991. They invaded Bosnia in 1992, and they invaded Kosovo in 1998. With this, their government has deteriorated, and now Serbia is in the process of becoming a much more peaceful and friendly country. Sanctioning countries that openly invade other countries and oppress other people is somewhat like setting a bear trap, for war. Like if a country really wants to declare war, they kind of have to go through sanctioning.
You stated that in the example that you stated that sanctions deteriorate the economy. Do you believe that when sanctions on countries in ethnic conflict that originated from economic deterioration, do you believe that would somehow affect someone?
As I gave you the example of Serbia, you see what this sanctioning did is the people have to fight the war, correct? It's not the governments, the politicians who go out and fight. Why would people want to fight a war if they're going to get sanctioned? It lowers the will for violence, in my opinion. I mean, if a man has to choose over bread or over a gun, I'm pretty sure for his family he would choose, bread. And of course, there's extremists who obviously like to fight. However, when I say sanctioning, there's a specific point of sanctioning I'm trying to express here. And with the sanctioning, I also want trade embargoes, such as exports and imports coming from their big leadership, from their feeder countries. With this, the country would have to go, like I said, through a bear trap to attack other countries. With this, there would be less violence because countries really don't want to risk a complete economic letdown for a specific period of time to fight a war, which they're not even sure they can do.
A follow-up.
Do you believe that even in countries who are very economically deteriorated and don't have very much money at all, that their numbers would be almost insignificant?
It would be even better for countries that are poor. I mean, it would not affect a rich country, would it? If it's a rich country to get a sanction, they'll still live for somewhat decently. If you give it to a very poor country, it's like suicide, if you think about it. And that will lead the aggressive government, whichever country it is, to stop this war. Because they're risking the lives of their own countrymen, their standard of living, more and more, that is what the UN probably doesn't even recognize because they live wars. Also, with these sanctions, we still want to make sure people don't run into poverty level. Sanctions are mostly to increase taxes and cut off trade. But I'm not saying we're going to completely isolate them. And Serbia was completely isolated. They just simply had a lower standard of living, and they had less weapons and resources coming to them.
Angola, to what point do you rise?
Angola would just like Herzegovina to explain to us how this is not a circular cycle. Explain why, in a nation where there is conflict that is further exacerbated by hate as it is, and is not able to be stopped by the threat of sanctions, how when this conflict already exists, and then when the sanctions go on after war has been started or conflict has been perpetuated, how this further poverty does not, as this body has almost unanimously agreed, further ignite conflict. We'd just like to know why you think this is not a circular, self-perpetuating, divisive cycle.
Thank you for the question. My answer to that question is sanctions do not ignite combat because they take the ignition out. With a sanction, that country loses its availability to fight a war. With sanctions, how can they feed their armed forces? How can they arm their soldiers? They have to sacrifice so very much to fight a war. And with sanctions, they have no ability because they're cut off. They're cut off from the arms suppliers. They're cut off from the resources to help continue the war. A country cannot fight a war with air or with imaginary resources. They need food, they need arms, they need constant support. And with sanctions, they lose that support. And a country sanctioned, they're really without support. There's really no point in fighting the war. However, I do agree it might cause hatred. But I think war is the highest level of hatred there is. So I believe that sanctioning is actually a lot better than people killing themselves.
A follow-up?
We would just like to ask one more time why you think that the hatred itself, as you have experienced in your nation with your religious conflicts, how the hatred itself you do not think will be a large enough reason to start the conflict even when there are such economic sanctions already in place. Why is hate not a large enough motivator?
For example, what I'm stating with sanctions is they can hate, but they have nothing to express that hate with. Like I said, there is no conflict if there's no guns. With sanctions, they cannot buy guns. For example. However, sanctions do what? They're here to urge the end of war. With sanctions, the country is urged to end war, or they're completely sacrificing their economy and their standard of living. If a country is sanctioned a long time, they're put under the highest pressure to end the war, to end what they're doing. And I believe, however, that the UN should be neutral to the sanctioning, and that the other countries should agree to the sanctioning as well.
Thank you. Second Delegate's time expired. Are there any points or motions on the floor at this time?